And we are back.
And we're going to go through the 3 warriors. Let's get it on.
We just found out that there's 20 missions total in the game.
Bum,
so
bum, bum.
we are a little over halfway done.
Yeah, we're clicking right through this one. But yeah, I can see those little piano keys. They look pretty.
Yeah, I like it. Can someone confirm in the comments if they haven't already? Whoa, Beholder.
I was about to say the same thing.
It's like a Beholder Baphomet.
Baphomet. I drew one of those for Inktober. Those things are creepy.
Yeah, these look nasty. So instead of eyes, he has mouths.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that's I wonder. I mean, I guess that makes eating really easy.
Lasartia.
But do you have multiple stomachs, so you got to feed all of those mouths?
He's like a cow, man. It's like a goat cow. What I was gonna say, can someone please confirm in the comments if Nell made Ebony? Because it looked like there was somebody else's picture on Ivory. And she did. And Trish. No, who's the gunsmith girl?
That's the Twang girl.
Yeah, what's her name? Not Trish or Lady. God, what's her name? She looked like she pointed directly to
that's one fly cat.
Ebony, and not Ivory. So, at least it leads me to believe.
Must be in the right spot.
Get it? What?
Wow!
I saw the hat float off.
Wait.
I'm like, it's become sentient.
So only if it hits.
Only if it. Okay, that's cool though. Wow, man.
But I got 200.
Well, it did say you gain some back on some. Did you put the hat on the thing?
I think it's also like a risk reward. Like you get a ton of stuff back from it, but it's also going to like take stuff away as you're doing it. So if you're doing well, you're gonna get a ton from them. But if you're not doing well, forget about it.
Well, you're definitely not going into the negative.
That's what makes me wonder, like, if it's a good thing actually.
I mean, it's probably just a far different fighting style.
Right.
You're definitely losing a ton of health, though, man.
Yeah.
You might want to devil trigger it.
Let's see. It's also switch.
There you go. So they totally do like the Hattie style where it possesses them by going on them. Because you had like 3 of them with the hats on and they weren't attacking or doing anything.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you're healing up now in devil trigger mode.
Just slicing and dicing them. Oh.
like a what's his face from 007 where he had the hat.
Oh, Oddjob?
Yeah, Oddjob. Did it have razor blades? I haven't seen the movie. It had razor blades in it? Okay.
It's basically like Liu Kang's type thing from Mortal Kombat.
That's right! I fucking saw that in the fighting game before. Yeah!
New Mortal Kombat looks sick, and I don't even like Mortal Kombat, but I think I'll watch the story mode. Because I don't like the way those games play, but I have mad respect for Ed Boon.
I don't play any fighting games, so I'm going to be a scrub and not play it. I'll gladly watch anybody else play it, though.
Yeah.
Because visually it looks pretty crazy.
If I had a friend that was buying it, I would totally get it, but even Injustice, as much as I like that game, I don't like it as much as Capcom Fighters. There's just something about the way that the Mortal Kombat games play. They're not bad, they're just not my favorite style.
I get you, because there's different types of fighting games.
Man, they do their stories really well. Like, their stories are great, and as dumb as Mortal Kombat is, it seems everything I've learned about the story so far is like, man, I kind of like Mortal Kombat a lot more.
It's funny you just mentioned that, because I just saw a video on my recommended list for the story recap of Mortal Kombat.
Damn.
I was like, it'd be kind of cool to watch that. I know nothing about the characters or the story or what's going down, but it'd be kind of cool to see, because I've heard the story, like you said, was pretty good for fighters.
Yes, after they rebooted it when NetherRealms got, it used to be part of Midway, and then they got bought by Warner Brothers and became NetherRealm Studios.
Yeah.
So back when the PlayStation 3 was around, they decided to reboot the franchise by doing like a alternate timeline, like, hey, Raiden goes back in time and reveals that. Oh, I'm sorry, spoilers, guys. Goes back in time and
for how long ago?
Yeah, since 2011, 2010, and they basically reboot the timeline because Raiden now knows that, oh shit, this happened in the alternate timeline. Everything got fucked, so I want to change things up. And also, if I'm not attacking these things, this is never gonna stop.
Yeah. So wait, what is the point? Are they open like a fighter realm or a demon realm?
So the main story that I learned from Mortal Kombat is you have to win 10 Mortal Kombat tournaments in a row, and it gives you the right to invade a realm and take it over.
Okay, I knew it was had something to do with realms and opening them up, and that the tournament gave you the ability to, or like found the true person who was allowed to, or some shit like that.
Yeah, it feels a lot like what is in kind of like Norse mythology, where there's a bunch of different realms. They're not complete equivalents, but I'm sure there's like things like Jotunheim and Svartalheim and different things and parallels in Mortal Kombat. I know there's like at least 6. There's like the Nether Realm, there's one that starts with an S, there's Earth Realm, and there's a couple others, but
Don't those explode?
yes, they do.
Okay, I was gonna
just
say,
like that.
Maybe don't run up to that one. There's a white orb thing across the way.
Ooh, good catch.
Yeah.
Take
Okay,
this.
I might have to watch that because it looked interesting.
Yeah,
I knew that the movie really did a great job of putting
Best
that
job.
putting that together.
I've heard the first Mortal Kombat movie, not too bad. Mortal Kombat Annihilation, fans don't like to talk about it. Oh, that's the thing I keep. Never mind.
I wish you could have exploded it.
Boom!
It's like, hey there, hair trigger,
shit.
way to fuck things up.
Good job, loose lips.
Oh man. Could start coming up with like southern,
Whee!
not southern style, but like old cowboy style.
Old cowboy.
Liver lips, you old yellow-bellied devil hunter.
The old darn platoon. Consarnate friggin' fragger.
Okay, I have a question. Sarsaparilla,
Sarsaparilla.
totally different from root beer, right?
No.
No.
Wait, yes?
I don't know.
I can't remember the last time I had a sarsaparilla, so I don't remember.
I don't know if I've ever had a sarsaparilla because I don't know the difference. I for the longest time I thought it was root beer, but something's telling me now that it's not.
So when I was a kid, my grandma and grandpa took me to like an old west town for a vacation. I think my parents came too. Are they just stuck?
I think you might have glitched them. They're broken.
No!
That one's
That
not.
one's not. Okay,
think
charge. Bam!
Yeah, I think you broke them.
Bam! Well, that's one way.
Yeah,
I'm busy
Take
here.
care of the. I think you did break them.
Yep. Goodbye, suckers.
They got stuck in the. I think they got stuck in the ridge of the level or something.
I think so, yeah.
That one's all weak.
14 learned that mistake. Build flat levels, otherwise your stud geometry gets stuck in shit.
Yeah, so I think sarsaparilla. I think the confusion on someone please confirm, but I think the confusion is I think sarsaparilla and root beer use the same ingredient,
I think so. I think
and
they
they're
taste-
similar, but I think root beer came from sarsaparilla because it's pretty nasty or some shit like that. Now, then again, a lot of people like outside of the U.S. hate root beer also. I personally love it. A&W especially. Ooh, that vanilla in there, so good. But sarsaparilla, God, I gotta look that up now.
Yeah, go ahead. I remember having it as a kid and I liked it, but it also could have been lying to me and said, this is sarsaparilla. It's really
It's probably just like homemade root beer.
Yeah.
And to make it thematic, they were like, yeah, this is authentic sarsaparilla.
I did enjoy that trip though. It was somewhere in Northern California, I think, past Sac. It was fun.
Keep
I
in mind
remember-
you've got a Sin Devil trigger available.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold it.
And what was it, like a mine or something like that?
It was like an old timey
Western style?
town. I went there when I was probably 4th or 5th grade.
So that's how I remember.
I know I went 2 different times too. One was like you could farm for like fool's gold and like a river and pan.
Oh, yeah.
The old miners back in the day.
They had the fake panning stuff
Yeah.
where they like preload it with a couple little things and
Yeah, where you can get a couple of little bitties, little
Yeah.
fool's gold.
that's cool though.
It was fun. It was a nice little event for a kid. If I had a kid, I'd probably take them to something like that because I remember enjoying it. And I would just sit there and draw shit and be like, this is a great time. I could draw old time buildings.
Well, it's cool because they like teach you a little bit of history and get you involved through activities.
Yeah, I just wish I knew what it was.
I remember that there was something like that when I was a kid where you get to, so they built like a sandbox and that thing's gonna hit you. They built like a sandbox and the base of it was like molds of like dinosaur bones and stuff like that. So you can get to go do like an archaeological dig, like use the brush and stuff. I never did it. I had seen it and I was like, that looks super cool. I remember being excited about archaeology as a kid just because of that. That was pretty tight that they had like a Western style where you get to pan for gold and everything. Not that that's gonna blow up on you.
Yeah,
You
but I
gotta get out of there. There you go. Not that that's like a thing anymore. Nobody really pans for gold anymore.
No, I don't think so. I think that's a little old practice. I think they use more, savvy tools.
Yeah.
But it was funny. I actually was having a conversation with like a third grader today.
Yeah.
Some of the best conversation I've had with an individual. I was really impressed. It's like, wow, this kid's asking like,
I think you gotta go down the center, but
yeah, interesting questions. Like, how do eyes work? And what's the difference between color blindness? And also, what's dry ice like? How does that work? If you throw dry ice in lava, is
you're
that
like,
gonna
fuck
affect
if
it?
I know, man.
But it was just really fun to have a conversation with a kid that was that inquisitive. I was like, this kid's going places.
That's not every kid.
No.
That's how I was as a kid.
The kids like that are the kids where I'm like, oh yes, you're amazing. Can I have more students like you?
My favorite word was why as a kid. It
Yes.
pissed my mom off.
Why? Why, Mom?
I do know about the lava and dry ice thing because that was a video recently that came out. What happens if you put lava on
you
dry
can
ice?
now tell me so I can tell the student tomorrow I found out what it was.
You get a bunch of dry ice and you put the lava on top, and I mean, obviously, if you have a lot more lava, then the dry ice doesn't work. But they had a lot more dry ice than they had of the lava that they made in a kiln, and it froze right up on top.
So what is dry ice? What is dry ice made of? Because I was
It's
having that.
liquid CO2, I believe, or
That's what I thought.
I think it's frozen CO2. It's
carbon
solid
monoxide, right?
CO2, I believe.
Yeah.
Now, maybe it's not CO2, but it's a gas. I'm pretty sure it's CO2.
So there's no moisture in it, right?
Oh God, I don't know.
I don't know because like he was asking me how dry ice is made. I had to tell him, I was like, I honestly don't know, kiddo. I know that I was saying like I know it's carbon monoxide. Dioxide?
I think it has. I think it's cold enough so it draws in moisture from the air, but I don't think it on its own has like liquid water in it. Someone will correct me and tell me I'm dumb in the comments, I'm sure.
Well, I mean, that's what you guys are here for in the comment section, to let us know.
Aren't we learning together?
We are learning together. We're a community, guys.
Dry ice is really tight, though. It's expensive, but it's really tight. You know what is more expensive that would be really cool to do a science thing on?
What?
There is a gas that lowers your voice because it's super heavy compared to oxygen. I forget what it's called, but I actually I had access to an American gas scientific gas distributor. And I actually got a price point on this gas just because you can inhale it and talk like
on helium?
James Earl Jones. Yeah, it's the opposite of helium.
Opposite of helium.
Well, it's
Okay.
not the opposite, but it's a lot more dense. But it was
cool.
like
This happens for everybody. That's pretty boss.
that's awesome. It was it was like $180 for the smallest tank. I'm like, no, I'm cool. I'm not gonna pick any of that up. Then that was without like tank charges and core charges and everything.
Yeah, we can just get something easier to do with voice modulator
Yeah.
for recordings rather than like try and alter our voices through chemical means. Probably safer too to just get something like just lower the pitch down real low.
Well, that's just it too. It could potentially be dangerous, just like helium can.
Right.
But this, because it's so heavy, you really need to like breathe heavy to try and get it all out, because there's a way where it could displace oxygen inside of your lungs. Yeah. It's crazy. God, I wish I remember what it was called. I think it's tetrahexafluorine. Or tetrahexafluoride?
Well, I'm not going to argue with you on that because I have no idea.
I think it's one of those, and it's super heavy. You can find videos on it. Just look up super deep voice gas or opposite of helium, and it's super cool the way that they do it.
Nice.
You can actually pour it into like a fish tank and place aluminum foil boat or a paper boat on top, and it'll float up on top of it. Just because it's
Ooh.
that heavy,
That's crazy.
it'll be like a liquid inside. We'll see you guys next time, though.
Yeah.
Get up in those comments. School us on your scientific knowledge.
Show us what's for.
Yeah. Beep bop boo. Yeah.
I comment about something in the background, but I don't know what to comment about.
Yeah. Well, it's also B-roll.
That is true.
It's science is fucking crazy, man. It's super
Science
cool.
is insane.
I don't know enough of it. I think if I was going to go back in school, like anything I'd try and follow, it'd definitely be science oriented.
I can see that.
That was always like something I was super interested in.